You guys want a little garden tour today? The garden is really starting to come to life for spring. Cherry tomatoes and beans and cucumbers planted on these arches. Brussels sprouts, and look at this cabbage, how pretty. Got some beautiful squash plants that are blooming. Lots of sunflowers everywhere. Greens, kale, rainbow chard. Beautiful sage plant tucked back in there. We have bush beans planted in the big bed where Shelby's standing. We're fighting a major battle with weeds in this bed. So that's been a big struggle. But the onions themselves look pretty good. The cilantro is blooming. The potatoes are growing like crazy. Got cucumbers that are starting to climb the trellis on this side. And then on the back side, we have little bitty seedlings coming up for Kajari melons and cantaloupe that will grow on here. And then we've got lots of lettuce and carrots and just some chaos gardening things added on the side. If you look, you'll see the green beans are coming up all the way down. So we're planting Kentucky Wonder green beans this year. It's a pole bean variety, and it will climb this fence and completely cover it. The tomato plants are looking really good. So they're getting pretty tall. They're really ready for their first prune. They haven't been pruned at all. An interesting companion planting thing this year in the garden. Basically, we alternated where we have like pepper, marigold, not pepper, tomato, marigold, tomato, pepper, tomato, basil, tomato, marigold, tomato, pepper, tomato, basil, tomato, marigold. And we've done that all the way through. We have 3 rows here of tomato, marigold, basil, and peppers. And of course, I gotta go take you to the herb garden, which I have herbs scattered throughout my whole garden. Like they're in every bed. But I also have this one particular bed right here where I grow a lot of them. So let's go see what's in there. This is a marshmallow plant. Excellent thing to add to our apothecary. This is feverfew that's about to bloom. Feverfew is a wonderful remedy for migraine headaches in particular. It's also good for any sort of sickness. If you're running a fever, as it's named feverfew, it can be helpful. This is horehound that is going to seed and starting to flower. Horehound is another really good one to grow for a family because it aids with cough and cold, and you can make a horehound cough drop or cough syrup out of it. This beautiful plant is clary sage, and clary sage is super relaxing. It's a wonderful herb to keep on hand if you struggle with anxiety or high stress levels. And it has a host of benefits for hormonal health. This little patch of sage continues to serve our family beautifully, and sage is excellent for a sore throat. You can make a tea out of the leaves and gargle with it, and it's a great remedy for sore throat. The echinacea is starting to come in. You can see my first bloom of the season here. You didn't think we were done, did you? I've still got more to show you. This beauty right here is called bergamot, also known as bee balm. It blooms a really pretty, delicate little purple flower. And as you can tell, it spreads like crazy. So you only need one plant and you'll have it forever. Comes back year after year. Bergamot is really good for skin. It's great for skincare of any kind. It helps with cell regeneration. It's anti-aging. I personally use bergamot as an infused oil, and we will apply that to cuts, scrapes, wounds, things like that. This right here behind me is lemon balm. It smells lemony, and it has a good little citrus flavor to it. Lemon balm can be used in a lot of ways, but it is a nervine herb, meaning it works on your nervous system. So lemon balm is going to be especially helpful to you if you struggle with like staying in fight or flight all the time. If your nervous system tends to get stuck, lemon balm will be a friend to you. It's also a wonderful anxiety reducer. Lemon balm tincture can help with sleep. It can also help with hormone balance. There's lots of things it's beneficial for, but lemon balm is one I will always grow. And then if we get deep down here below the lemon balm, I have this beautiful little patch of oregano growing. And oregano is a natural antimicrobial and antibiotic. So you can use oregano to make a tincture or an oil. It's really helpful if someone in your home is sick, but it's also just a good one to use on the regular. And hello, oregano makes a bomb lasagna, so you need to be growing it. Some little nasturtium plants growing here. Nasturtium is a wonderful companion. It can help kind of keep the pest off of your vegetables, but you can also use it. It tastes like pepper, like black pepper, and you can actually dry the leaves and crumble them up, powder them, and use them as a pepper substitute. And then we have the front garden where you currently see my sweet honey out there pulling weeds. So we are going to be planting that this year with sweet potatoes. We already have some red potatoes that have volunteered from last year. There's like a patch of them on this side. But we are planting sweet potatoes, and we're planting some pumpkins and some melons out there. So he is getting that prepped, and we're going to plant that area tomorrow. And then the garden is pretty much planted and done. And we're just waiting on it all to grow in now. You can see like on the trellises, we've already got like our beans coming up. So we're just a few weeks away from this really starting to pop and get magical out here. What's growing in your garden currently? Give a garden tour today and tag me, and I'll come look at your garden. I'd love to see what you're growing.